What do you mean we have to pay rent?
I'm sorry. We just need help around here.
You never said nothing about rent before.
Well, now I have to. I need you guys to help out. It's going to be like $800 for each of you.
Each?
Yeah, girl, we paid $2,500 a month for rent here.
So you want me to do rent and a bill?
Well, that will include the bill. So we'll just scratch the bill. So the $800 will include help towards the bill.
Where's all this coming from? Because you never mentioned any of this before.
Well, now that he's here, this is...
This is your house.
Well, he's moving in.
You never had a problem before.
Well,
No.
He's going to be the man of the house.
I'm not paying rent.
No.
I'm not paying rent.
We know.
It's not even your decision. It's his.
You barely know him. He's been here for like 2 months. And all of a sudden he's moving in, and then you're telling us that we have to pay rent?
Yes.
$800
We're
each.
getting married.
Wow.
This is going to be our house.
Well, he should be bringing some money.
Now, this mother is wrong. But this man, this sorry-ass man, is wrong as 2 left feet. Why do I say that? Because this man does not understand that when you're coming into a blended family, there are certain levels of authority to which you just do not have. And if it doesn't fit with your mindset of how a family or a household should run, then maybe that woman is not for you. Maybe y'all at that moment are not compatible. Let me tell you a story. There was this time frame in my life when I was dating this young lady. And upon dating her over a couple of weeks, a month or so, we decided that it was in our best interest that we would live together. But instead of her coming to live with me with her children, I went and moved in with her. Now, from my visitations at her home, I did not like the clutter. I did not like how the kids didn't participate in chores and things of that nature. And I did not like how the children were taking advantage of their mother by not helping her out financially when they had a job, seeing her struggle. And especially when they were expecting her to pay for gas to take them back and forth to work or any other place that they desired to go. I did not like those things, and it caused me pause before we decided that I would move in. Now, the only reason that I did remain in the relationship is because she expressed to me that it is her desire to get back to how she used to be, where the kids had chores, where the house wasn't cluttered, where the kids were learning financial responsibilities. And most of the kids were teenagers, but they were learning financial responsibilities. So because she had that desire, I thought, idiotically, that I would be able to come in and help her out in making these changes. If she had not expressed those things, I would not have continued that relationship, regardless of how well I like the young lady and how many other compatibilities that we had. So upon moving in, I brought some of the things that I had that would allow for more structure to be in the house. I had a whiteboard. Let's put the chores up on the whiteboard, give the kids so that they can see what they're supposed to do when they're supposed to do it. I also brought things in, shelving and things of that nature that would help to organize the house and put up a lot of the clutter. And then I backed her in her idea of, if we are taking you back and forth to work, then this is what you will have to give on your paydays as far as gas is concerned, so that the children learn start learning financial responsibility. In the very beginning, these things seemed to work. But then I started to notice that if the kids didn't perform their chores and she would try to administer some type of punishment, that punishment may only last for about 15 minutes, and that is not an exaggeration. And then she would be laughing and having fun and watching movies with the children while I'm sitting there thinking, how are they ever going to learn if you allow them to get away with not doing it? And we would have these conversations in private. She would say she's going to do better and she's going to do this and going to do that. And as the weeks and weeks started going by, I started to notice again more prevalently that these things were just not happening. That these desires that she said that she had to get back to as far as how she was functioning in her house and with the children were merely just things that she said in order to make me happy, to make me think that this is a situation that I could be a part of. And all the while I was being seen as the bad guy in this situation. So after the children began to take things of mine, I decided that this was not for me, and it is best for me to just remove myself from this situation and allow her to raise her children however she chooses, because that's a major red flag that will always be a problem. It will cause problems between me and these kids, and we will not be able to have an effective relationship. So why even bother to go through the whole process? No one is worth my peace. And so I remove myself from the situation. That's the immaturity that the gentleman in this story is demonstrating. He is demonstrating that he has no understanding of how to come into a blended family. If this young lady already has a situation where the children are not paying rent for whatever reason, whether it is the fact that she's helping the kids to rebound back into a situation where they can take care of themselves, or if it is just simply how she chooses to make her house a safe haven for her children anytime they find themselves in a situation where they cannot financially take care of everything, whatever her reasoning for that, those are her reasoning. It is not for you to come in there and try to change those things. You trying to change those just show that you either are a controlling person that must have things your way, or you have a way of thinking, and it's perfectly fine. There are many adults who think that their adult children should pay bills. You think that way because of how you have been raised or what your thought processes are, and that's fine for you to have them. But you cannot impose them on another situation where those kids were growing up or in a situation where it is opposing to yours. For the mother to allow this to happen is shameful on her part, but it shows a complete lack of leadership and maturity on the man's part, that he would entertain the idea that now he's going to disrupt any opportunity to have a relationship with these young ladies, but also disrupt the wife's relationship with the children. If you're coming into a blended family, you cannot be a disruption or distraction to what that family already has going on. Now, unless the family is asking you to bring in some structure, to bring in certain things, and they are willing to accept it and move forward in it, that is the only time you can bring in your ideas. Beyond that, whether you are the woman coming into a blended family of a man's house or a man going into the blended family of a woman's house, it is not your authority nor responsibility to come in there and change things, because all you're going to do is destroy relationships, and that is not worth anyone's peace. It is best to either avoid those type of relationships or only get involved with those types of relationship where you and the young lady or the young man are already in similar mindsets as to how things of that importance should be done. Beyond that, you a fool for being in those type of relationships. So always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibration.